Welcome to Echo Catcher Tarot. Hello Capricorn. This is going to be a reading with just oracle cards. So oracle cards are more direct answer. To me, the tarot deck is more explanatory, and I usually resolve to say the tarot deck is the energies around you. So these are all going to be for you. Please remember there's no way this can connect to every single Capricorn out there, so take what you can use and leave the rest. And welcome cross-watchers. Cross-watchers are people who watch their loved ones' videos. It's not somebody who watches a different video trying to connect. They just watch their loved ones' videos to try and figure out a situation or how that person feels. So you can vice versa, masculine, feminine energies. Or if I'm applying it to you and you think it's somebody around you, then you know better. I can just read the cards and you decide how and if they apply to you or your situation. So I'm going to start with the Fantasy Cats Oracle deck for you first. And the first one that comes up for you is 13 Climbing. So climbing talks about a couple things. You could be climbing in a job, you could be ascending in spirituality, which cats and trees are at a slower time frame at growing and moving down here on earth. So whatever you're moving towards is going very, very slow. You probably feel that in yourself, in your feelings, but something you're moving towards and growing, expanding is very slow right now. So the next one is ruling. So ruling is a number 6, which 5 is change. So I don't know if something's recently changed in your life and you're moving like your first steps after that change. This usually has to do with love. I usually refer to this as my Valentine card, but it also talks about setting boundaries. When you set boundaries and perimeters for people, it makes them notice your strengths because it lets them know what they can and cannot get away with concerning you. So the next one is number 1, cuddling. So cuddling is obviously speaks for itself. You're looking for somebody to cuddle with. I feel like you are very desiring intimacy with somebody, and because you have, it's being very slow, and because you have the ruling, I feel like you're kind of maybe being picky, or you're setting up a lot of boundaries to the kind of person you want to cuddle with. So I do feel like you are being particular. You're looking for somebody that is, I'm getting the word like pure to you, somebody who you can trust, somebody you can feel close to without having reservations that they're going to turn against you is what I feel. So the next one is number 8, which is infinity to me, and this is grooming. So grooming talks about you are preparing yourself for something. So you're getting ready for something. You are, hopefully you're giving yourself like positive affirmations, saying you're lovable, you deserve love, things like that. And do notice the white kitten here and the white kitten here. So here it looks more mature and here it looks smaller. So I do feel like you are just starting something new in your life to figure out what you want and how you want somebody to treat you or to love you, something of that sort. So the next one is traveling, number 10. So traveling talks about when you're sleeping. I feel like you could be going a lot of different places, and unfortunately most people don't remember that when we're sleeping, or this could literally mean you're traveling. But I do feel like because the cat is here and it has a stone, it looks like, over its third eye, that your third eye is open and you are broadening. Again, I feel like your spirituality, your religion, where you want to go, what you want to learn. You're opening up a lot of, what's it called, to come into you. A lot of intuition. You're opening up your intuition. It's getting stronger. So then you have 3, which is dreaming. So dreaming again talks about the 2 cat eyes and the 1 human eye is like your third eye to me. So we have 2 cards right here about your third eye, and the moon is emotions and things hidden to you. So I do feel like when you're dreaming you are getting downloads, and maybe this is what you are trying to groom yourself more towards. You're trying to open up your intuition a little more, and it appears it's probably working. So the next one is empowering, number 7. So this tells me that you are empowering yourself. This would be giving yourself positive affirmations, that you're deserving, you're worthy, you're beautiful. You can go wherever you want to go in life. You can, I just feel like something inside you is lighting up to where you want to be more in touch with yourself. You want to be more aware. So the next one is running. So running talks about you have an idea or thought in your head and you're running towards that idea or that thought. So there's something, this also far all these cards are making me think you have a plan in your thought process. There's something you're planning, something you're moving towards, and something you are putting things in place so you can get to that one thing you want. So the next one is sleeping. So this is 14, and if you add it would be 5. 5 is change. So this tells me that when you're sleeping, you're very protected. I do feel like you're getting a lot of intuition when you're sleeping. You're healing a lot of things in your soul, if you will, when you're sleeping, that you're trying to correct a lot of things you may have been closed off about before, that you are really trying to change some things that you were not open to earlier in your life, if that makes sense. That's what I'm picking up. So that's pretty good. Very powerful. Empowering, sleeping, change, ascending, which is very good. So now I'm going to switch to the Whispers of the Ocean for you. And the first one is 23, distinctive potential. Rely on faith and the knowledge. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. 23. Excuse me. So rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. So this is the narwhal whale, and that is their tooth actually. And years ago when their teeth would wash up on shore, people would think it was a unicorn. But it is their left tooth too. It's always their left tooth that protrudes like that. I don't know what it has to do with the left, but that's what it is. And they're very unique. There's something about them that make them different from other people. So as well, there's something about you. And because it's the blue and the white, I feel like it's your emotions or your voice. Something about your emotions or your voice is really pure. Alright, so the next one is Adrift in Shallow Water. This is the sea turtle. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. So when this comes up, I feel like adrift in shallow water has to do with some emotion that is not sunk to the bottom, that you haven't pushed away, but you're kind of going in circles about some sort of emotion. There's some emotion that you really don't want to deal with, and you're just kind of pushing it off to the side. So you just keep going in circles. So the sooner you deal with that and realize what it is, the more you can get out of the shallow water and quit just going adrift. Adrift means you're just kind of going with the flow, and you're not really doing anything about some sort of emotion. So setting up parameters, 43. Assess your relationships and determine how they are aligned with your goals. Setting boundaries requires an honest evaluation of your present relationships. So this is the trigger clownfish, and because it's green, this has to do a lot with your heart chakra. So I do feel like a lot of you are looking at the present relationships, friends and family, coworkers that you have in your life right now, and you're trying to line those up with your goals. And so for the people who aren't aligned with your goals or don't support you, I feel like maybe there's somebody who triggers you, because that's the trigger clownfish. Then you are going to figure out ways to put up boundaries so those people can't trigger you anymore. So the next one is 33, let your personality shine. So this is the jellyfish. It says you have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. So there's something about you that lights up that other people notice. And there's people like you, but there's not very many like you. Something about your light, and see, it's going in front of the distinct potential. Something about you has potential. Something that makes you you, that's unlike other people, is definitely what that means to me. Alright, so the next one is 31, mutually beneficial venture. There is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize the relationship to benefit everyone concerned. So you're getting a lot in here about relationships. I've noticed it's came out quite a lot. So this is the sea anemone, and these are, I believe these are clownfish. And they're the one fish, they have a slime coating over their skin that they can touch the sea anemone and not get hurt. But most fish who touch a sea anemone will get hurt. So they work together, that they are protected by the sea anemone, but they also attract other fish to come in to try and get the clownfish, so they get taken by the sea anemone or stung by it. So there's somebody in your life who can help you accomplish what you want to help. So I feel like it's kind of like a barter situation maybe, where you were like, okay, if you let me wash your car once a week, you could give me a ride to the store every Saturday or something like that. A beneficial situation to help both people out. So the next one is resilience, number 1. There is no need to rush or push. There is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. So something is going on in your life. I feel like you're realizing a goal. You're trying to move forward. Things are going really slow. I feel like you see your distinct potential, but maybe others have not yet, or others question it. Something of that sort is what I'm kind of feeling. So the next one for you is 48, disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. This is the orca whale. So disengage from outcomes tells me when people put negativity on you, it's best to deflect that negative energy off you. So you see the light right here. I feel like this is like your emotions, your feelings, and this would be if people kind of make you feel negative. So say you're in the store and somebody is really rude to you. Imagine pushing that negative energy that somebody tried to put on you off of you right away. So you don't carry that out to your car and then carry it to your home and pet your pet and give it, it goes from you to everybody else. So be aware of the energy other people try to put on you and leave their energy with them or where they put it on you. Don't take other people's energy that isn't fair and doesn't belong to you. Alright, so 2 more of these. So 38, shedding the old. There is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you will be able to see these new prospects. So this is a sea lobster, and I feel like something about you is a lot about relationships. So shedding the old means when you get rid of old clothing in your closet, you have room for new clothing to come into your closet. When you get rid of people who no longer support you or make you happy when you see them, then that means that new people can come in. So when you get rid of old things, new energy and new things will come to you. And this would be 11 as well. And 11 is a good number. Alright, so the next one for you is 41, convey your meaning. Reflect on the way you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart and with respect and sincerity. So this is the moray eel. The moray eel is, they flinch their jaw and it looks like they're trying to talk or like they're going to bite you, but they just flex their jaw because it's so strong. So this talks about talking kind to yourself, talking kind to other people. Try to be aware. I feel like because it's greens, a lot of your heart chakras in this reading over here. A lot of emotions and a lot of heart chakra in there. So try to be sensitive and aware of the way you communicate because it's very important right now. So now I'm going to pull some Soul's Journey lesson cards for you. Because these are all just oracles. These are all just the oracle cards. So the first one that comes up for you is indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So because it's purple, I feel like you're healing. The red could be passion or love situation, but you're healing from not making a decision about something. There's something that you struggled with and you couldn't decide, and now you're deciding that you don't want to do that anymore. But that did not work for you, and you're going to start making decisions. So baggage be gone talks about something coming full circle that you're going to leave in the past. Something that wasn't suited to you, you are totally going to leave. These look really different. So the next, oh, I pulled E instead of this. Oh my goodness, I pulled the wrong one. So that's okay, I'm going to go back to the Soul's Journey lesson cards. So then you have Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So again, this goes, that's weird how I did it like that out of sequence with the decks. So baggage be gone means that something's ending. I feel like when you're shedding the old, this includes, and it could be negativity, because this is getting rid of negativity. So I do feel like you've been trying to release something or how to handle it, and this is you deciding to close that door and make it gone forever. When you close one door, another door opens. So death doesn't mean literal death. It means something is a person, a relationship, a job, a car. Something is ending for you because you don't feel like it's worth being in your life anymore. So a new beginning is coming. The next one is worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So intuition and worry kind of look the same. A lot of healing, that you're healing from bringing worry. Worry can get very much out of control. It's an emotion we all feel. It's good to feel all emotions, but it's not good to stay in some emotions too long. And worry is an emotion that if you stay in too long, it can off-balance your energy. So be aware of that. But it says you're moving out of worrying so much. So the next one is acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. And we had change in here that you... that worry doesn't change a thing. So I do feel like this is healing as well, that you're learning that you can't change the way people think, you can't change opinions, you can only accept things and critique them, if you will, and you have more control over your life than anyone else's. So the next one is grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So it's going over death too. So I do feel like whatever you are closing the door on is making you very, very sad. Whatever you're releasing from your life is really hard for you. You're feeling a really strong emotional pull about that, I feel. So self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So I do feel like your self-esteem is getting ready to uplift you. This would be the solar plexus chakra, which is around your sternum and your body. I see a lot of healing, I see love in there, and I see passion. So I do feel like your self-esteem is getting ready to level up, which could indicate what this card and setting parameters, releasing the old. So whatever you're going to do or you're doing is going to make your self-esteem go up more than what it is right now. So then you have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So I do feel like, I don't know if people have tried blaming you or you have blamed others for something that they shouldn't have been blamed for, but I do feel like you're moving out of that. You're taking responsibility. Look at it, it says acceptance, and then I accept. So there's a lot of things that you are changing about your thinking, I feel. Your thinking or what you're doing, something of that sort is really getting ready to go on a different road for you, I feel like, a new path, something of that sort. So now I'm going to switch to the Oracle of E, a couple of those. So the first one that comes up for you, or the second one, because you had your first one back there, is 23 at your service. So 23 would mean change. So something is going to come full circle that is going to change your life or change you. Something is changing, and the universe is very happy with whatever is changing or what you have brought the change to you. So at your service basically means the universe is going to hand you things. They're going to make your life easier. They're going to make it clear to you that they are very happy with the choices and the changes you're making. So hairball 41, this also would be 5 if you add the number. So you have 5 if you want to Google that spiritual number meaning. So this has to do with emotions in your voice. So hairball means that you had something that kind of upset you, made you feel like you couldn't move forward, made you feel stuck, made you feel like you had to deal with that to be able to move. You had to remedy that hairball to feel comfortable again. Whatever that hairball is to you, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm picking up. So smooth and easy is 28, which would be a 10 if you add the numbers. So something is going to be easier than what you think it's going to be. Smooth and easy. I feel like this is happiness, like rainbow colors. So some sort of ending is going to be easier. When you look back on it, you'll be like, wow, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. What took me so long? So the next one for you is Hasta La Vista, baby. So again, this is 7. I feel like this is you leaving something behind or pushing something out of your life. There's something you're going to walk away from or never look back on. I don't know if it's a person, a job, a situation, something that you are saying goodbye to. So 39 is laser beam. So I do feel like something that had you in the dark is going to rain light on. And the universe is putting laser beam focus on putting light on whatever was dark for you. Whatever was not happiness for you, they want you to find happiness and get out of that situation. So the next one is 21, which would be 3, and this is Abracadabra. So again, this is voice and emotion. So something with your voice, communication, and your emotions is going to be magical to you. Something is just going to push you into the future really strong, and it's going to be for your highest good. So now I'm going to pull the Angels and Ancestor cards. Thank you for all the support on the channel too. I appreciate it so much. So the first one is Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. So you're changing a lot. I'm getting change in relationships in this reading a lot. So a lot of people look at the fox as sly and sneaky. I look at the fox as adaptable. The fox can adapt to the cold. It can adapt to the heat. It can adapt to the country. It can adapt to the city. The fox can change and adapt to whatever life throws at it. Whatever hardships the fox comes across, it has to be clever. It has to make a plan to focus and move through whatever situation. And because the feathers are right here, I feel like you're being guided by the universe. I do see the sun right here, and it's kind of by your heart. So I do feel like, and it's kind of white there, so something about your heart is going to become pure is what I'm feeling. You're adapting, you're changing, you're being guided, and you're going to be happier, and your heart is going to be more pure, if that makes sense. So Earth Angels stay rooted and grounded. So Earth Angel talks about Archangel Raphael. You see the emerald in his third eye there. You see the wings, and if you can see the spider, or not the spider, the dream catcher on his caduceus, or I guess this would be a wand. So I do feel like in the heart, a lot of green. So you're healing your heart is what I feel. And I'm getting strong, the dreaming, the sleeping up here. The dream catcher is in your third eye, or trying to balance out your spirituality. And there's a lot of feathers in there too, or I guess it's his wings. So I do feel like green is a love healing color. So the next one is Stargazer, set your sights higher. So this talks about like looking through the telescope, on focusing on something, pushing the rest of the world away from what you want to focus on. It doesn't matter what you're looking at when you're looking through a telescope, on what's happening on the outside of the telescope. You are focusing on what you're looking at through the telescope. I feel like stars and night could be very emotional, very peaceful to you in some sort. Like maybe you're a night person, you like the night, but you're focused on something, you're healing, you're adapting, and you're focusing. Very good, really. So I'll pull a couple more. So the next one is Shaman, trust in higher forces. So you are getting a lot about trust and higher being guided. So the owl represents knowledge, spiritual knowledge. The feathers, the antlers, the bells are represented through the shamans and the monks. Also, this to me is like a clock or a compass of some sort. So I do feel like you're trying to figure out your direction at this time, and you're trying to gain knowledge, so when you go forward, you are 100% confident. Wow, and drum, dream and journey. So again, we see the similar pattern right here and here. And again, this is telling me you can choose any path. You can go north, east, west, south. The drum also is noticed in all corners of the world. The drum is what the indigenous tribes use to meditate, to do their spiritual practices. The drum is like hypnotic, if you will. So it can be a very spiritual tool. And you have two of them really now that I'm looking. The drum and you have the bells here. So wow, wow, wow is all I can say. I'm getting a lot of spiritual connection. Really, you're upgrading, it seems like. And I feel like you're ascending is what this first card means right here in your spirituality. You feel like it's really slow, but these two are very prominent to me. So the next one is the Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. This is the best card in all the decks, the Sun. It means happiness, love, being where you want to be, accomplishing what you want, feeling happy in your heart and your soul and where your life is. So look at this. This is really beautiful. So whatever's going on with you right now, Capricorn, wherever you see yourself going, these cards tell me that you're on the path you're supposed to be on. Everything that is happening is helping you grow to a higher self-esteem, a higher self-worth, and more happiness. And you probably don't realize how much guidance you are getting from the universe, but a lot of these cards are very much a lot of guidance. So please remember how these are sticking out to me before we go. These two about your distinct potential, your light that shines bright, and disengage from outcomes. Do not let other people dim your light. Do not let other people put their negative energy on you. Stay in the vibration of the Sun. Keep going towards what you are imagining, what you desire, because you are doing really good. So thank you so much for coming to Echo Catcher Tarot. Bless you, Capricorn.